Hi, this is Catherine Talbert. I am doing my semesterly blogger podcast. My blog is Cat's Corner. This will be my last podcast ever. I'm so sad. Because I'm graduating next month. Woohoo! And so today I'm going to talk about that and some things that I wish I had known sooner, like no regrets, but advice, even though I should not be giving anyone advice, but yes, and some things that I am happy that I did as well, because I felt good about that. So yeah, I guess I'll get into it. I am studying political science with a minor in criminology, law, and justice. And I'm pre-law. That's basically it. And I'm graduating a semester early, which is kind of scary. Like, wait, it's not my time, but I do have all the credits, so I should probably go. I guess I'm excited, but TBH, like a spring graduation would have been much more slay than winter because I'm going to be so cold and that's just no fun. But anyway, yes, and my birthday's coming up like the week before my graduation, and then it's Christmas, so yeah, feels like a lot's going on, and that's exciting but also stressful. Anyway, it's like, what am I going to do with my life? We'll see. It'll be fun. But yeah, getting into some things I wish I had known before I really got into, I don't know, the latter semesters. I wish I knew that, like, coming in to my undergrad, that it would obviously be normal to like grow and change. I felt myself changing a lot as a person early on, which was really uncomfortable at times just because I was still feeling like my high school identity was who I was, especially when you're a teenager. I feel like you're finding your identity and it feels like, okay, this is who I am. But like that never stops, I guess. So yeah, I definitely refound myself in college as well. And I wish I had felt less uncomfortable about it, because it's totally normal. And I don't know. I think it was just a lot because I moved a couple states from Ohio. So yeah, there's that. And I wasn't seeing my family as much and obviously like high school friends. So it was a big shock, even though I'm like very independent, always wanted to move away. I thought I was ready, but I don't know. It's always going to be a change. And I just wish I knew that, I suppose, because, it's completely normal to like not feel like the same person you were a year ago, a month ago, whatever. But I wish I had been more comfortable with that when I felt it happening. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I talk to some people that remind me so much, like from my high school, that just remind me so much of the way we were in high school. I'm like, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I felt like I'm so different. But yeah, I'm only growing more into who I am. So that's exciting. Also, like a big one that I feel like you do kind of know because everyone talks about it, but it's like you don't have to have everything figured out. But there are times when it will feel like you really do because some people do, or even, I don't know, like outside societal pressures, to feel like you have to at least pretend you know what you're doing. But I don't know. I think I really internalized this at some point and just like couldn't see anything for myself, which was kind of scary, but it all fell into place like a month after that. So existential crisis, we're fine. So, if you're in it, it can be very formative to just feel the feelings of like fear and anxiety, but I don't know, maybe it consumed me. I'm not sure, but everything will just fall into place. It's so lovely how everything works itself out. Yeah, I think it's just a good thing to keep in mind if you're feeling that sort of anxiety as well. No one's story is linear, but I'm so grateful for like the changes and all the ebbs and flows and all those vibes. I feel like that's like standard advice, but I don't know. I honestly, no advice really helped me when I was in it, but that's my story. I did get really anxious about the future and everything at one point, and I wish I had taken it more day by day. The future is obviously a good goal to look towards, but sometimes it is easier to take it day by day, and I learned that, and then everything kind of just feels like suddenly it fell into place. But yeah, also the opposite is true. Like if you're having a really bad day or a really bad semester, like I got a B and I thought I was gonna die, but I didn't. So sometimes it's important to remember that like there's a bigger picture, and little things also don't need to ruin your life. Maybe that's just me, but both are true. Take it day by day, but also remember, in the end, doesn't matter. Actually, I will probably think about that B for the rest of my life, but like that's just me. That's not good advice. So I should follow it, but that's just personal. Anyway, on to the next. Things I wish I did. I wish I asked more questions. I've been like this my whole life. I don't know. It's like I'm scared of sounding stupid, which I feel like is probably pretty common. So I don't ask questions. Yeah. Also, I'm just really anxious, especially of authority. But I'm getting better at this, so don't worry. But yeah, I wish I had talked to more professors and advisors. I don't know. My sister always gave me the advice to just ask them silly questions, even if I didn't have any, like make something up or like pretend I was struggling just to like make that connection. I was like, girl, I just am quiet if I don't have anything to say. And I like to be that way, but I have learned sometimes you can't. So yeah, I really wish I had like tried harder to step out of that. Potentially I could still be doing that right now till the very end, but please, I'm checked out. So, hopefully I find a professor to give me a letter of rec. Here's the thing. I was cool with a few and I really did try my hardest, but now they probably wouldn't remember me. Because I did reach out to one. Ugh, that's so annoying. I don't want to go off on a tangent, but they're just not answering me, and that is just refeeding my anxiety about authority. Like, you don't even care? Anyway. Oh, wait. But the point is, talk to your professors. They do care about you. And you need letters of recommendation for everything. So I wish I had done that. But it'll work out. Maybe they'll, respond. Yeah. Okay. That was great advice, I think. I think that was my best bullet point. Just kidding. Here's another one. I wish I had joined a club sooner. AKA radio was really fun. But also pre-law society and things more focused on my major. I was really anxious when I first came to college and thought it would make it worse, but honestly it probably would have just given me more community, but it's fine. I just wish I had done it sooner. I wanted to get my footing before getting all involved, but I think if I had gotten involved, it would have been easier to get my footing. So yeah, I really enjoy the people and the support system. And like, yeah, I think it has given me a lot more confidence just to talk to more people and have a little blog and do a silly podcast, even though I hate the sound of my own voice. But yeah, and radio is so fun. I'm not like, I don't know, I wouldn't say, I don't know, I like writing. So I was really glad to hear about the blog part of it. And I do love music and like pop culture and some of the other things we're able to talk about in our blog, which is like really anything. But it's really fun because I'm not as niche and into, I'm just learning music every day, basically, which is really fun, and talking to a lot of people that all have different perspectives, which is also so amazing. So I think you can find that in any club, and I think it's very helpful as well. I think those are all the things that I wish I did. Here are things that I'm glad that I did because they were helpful for me, and what if they're helpful for other people? I'm really glad that I protected my passions and also protected my peace. Obviously, I don't know, it's different for everyone, but I'm the kind of person that's like super introverted. And even though I just talked about how I wish I'd been more extroverted sooner, I feel like sometimes if you fall into a friend group where you don't feel authentically yourself, or just like, I don't know, any kind of group of people, or the thing, maybe like the people, but it's like the things that you're doing don't really feel like you, I feel like it's really important just because it is a formative time of your life, and I wouldn't want to, I don't know, I wouldn't want to have some sort of crisis after, but you know, I probably will. But I just feel like I know myself really well, and I'm glad that I stayed true to myself. And yeah, I know there was a time where I was hanging out with people that I was like, I don't feel great around these people, and then I just stopped. Like, just nothing wrong, no fights, no drama, just I want to feel like I'm always, I don't know, being myself. And I feel like something with socializing, and not as much at UIC, but probably at like bigger party schools, I'm sure you just end up doing things that don't make you feel good. Like, I've heard these stories from a bunch of other people, like the partying doesn't feel good all the time, but everyone's doing it, and FOMO is a big thing. Anyway, I'm glad that I can lay in my bed and read a book and lay with my cats and not feel weird about that. And I have friends that don't make me feel weird about that, and you know what? They're doing the same thing. So yes, just protect your peace. And it doesn't have to be like just an introverted thing. Like, just hang out with people that you feel like yourself around. And if you don't know yourself, I would really say it's an amazing time to figure that out. And like, therapy is super slay. So, well, I just feel like it's important in college, not like, I don't know, because it is such a formative time. I have found it helpful to talk to someone like about things that maybe I wasn't picking up on. So yeah, there can be a lot going on, and sometimes another thing that I do is I don't always like give myself credit for this, because I don't know, I'm trying to get a degree, first of all, and I like try really hard in school, but I don't always give myself credit for that. I feel like imposter syndrome and stuff like that is common. So that can be helpful. Yeah, advice. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like trauma dumping. It's not really trauma. I'm just like, go to a therapist if you want, or don't. But I found it helpful. Anyway, advice. Okay. Well, that's what I had on my list. But I will keep yapping because I can. And let's talk about my graduation. Well, what about it? I don't know. First of all, things I'm nervous for. walking across the stage, falling. Yeah, there's always that chance. Blacking out while it's happening, because that's totally what's gonna happen. Like, I'm not gonna remember anything after my name gets called. Also, I never got my high school diploma. Like, I totally walked, but they gave you a diploma that was empty, and then you were supposed to go pick up your actual diploma from school, and I did not ever do that. So I kind of wonder if they still have it or not, but that's unrelated. But I am hoping that my undergrad diploma is in, the thing that they hand you. Is it not? Why would they do that? Also, I'm really scared that my GPA is going to change. That's annoying because the semester's not even over yet, but like, I'm already basically graduated in my head. And if my GPA changes to what I already want it to be, I'll cry. No, I won't. Maybe. Other things. Okay, here's what I'm wearing. It's very difficult to decide what you're wearing for a winter graduation because you only really see the spring ones a lot. Maybe this is actually just something that only I would think about. But I think it's a very important topic. Like, what are you wearing? Okay, here's what I'm wearing. I got a dress from The Real. It's for Love and Lemons, which I love that brand because it's so girly and fun and lacy. So I got a white lace dress with a little like black bow. And I'm super excited. It's a midi dress. Wait, I can't remember if it's long sleeve or not. I think it might be like a 3/4 stitch. We'll have to figure it out. But I did go to my roommate's winter graduation last year. I think. Yeah. And it was freezing. Actually freezing. So I'm scared. Also, I need to order my cap and gown. Also, what heels should I wear? I don't know. How tall should they be? I have to practice walking in them. These are all things to think about. I'm so sorry, guys. No one cares. Okay, other things. With graduating, do I have a job? Yes. Does it pay salary? No. So we do have to figure that out, but it is going to be okay because I have lucky girl syndrome and everything works out for me. And I also will try my hardest. You have to also try. Even if you have lucky girl syndrome, you have to try. Okay, then I get a job. And I want to work as a legal assistant because I'm pre-law. And I want to go to law school. Yeah. So that will hopefully be happening. And I have to study for the LSAT. So, yes. This is so very exciting. Now I'm just talking about myself. Do I have any more advice? Well, get a cat or an animal if you need one. That helped me. I love animals. They're the best thing in the world. So, it's really nice to have something of your own. You're like building a little family. But I don't know, maybe I talk about that too much and everyone think I'm just a, I don't know, what do they call them? Like cat ladies? Well, fuck off. Oh, wait, I don't think I can say that. Someone edit that out. Oops. Anyway, I love my cats. Another thing that I would do is, invest in, a coffee machine. Yeah. Try to eat pretty standard stuff. Do your readings. Do your schoolwork. Yes, and it will all be so amazing in the end. And what else? What else even happens in college? See, I'm already blanking. Don't get senioritis like I did. That's really important. Also, don't overwhelm yourself. Like, okay, because, it's important to have a job, especially if you're broke, which a lot of people are, but, like, you're also a full-time student. So don't put too much pressure on yourself. Unless you're broke, then you should probably get your money up. Like me. Oh my God. Who would listen to this? I wouldn't. I have 10 minutes left. What should I talk about? Should I talk about... Oh, gosh. Let's think of other advice. Okay. I like going to do the fun, active stuff at the rec center. That was fun. I did ballet and Pilates. I would say I got back into running for like a bit, but am I running right now? No. But I would say that's really good for your mental health, but don't be a gym bro, because that's really annoying. Like, no offense. That's just a personal opinion. Honestly, like, I'm sure it takes so much energy to do that. But you don't have to work out every day. So that's important as well to think about. Rest is very important. And also, not everyone wants to hear about how much you like lift, but if that is important to you, of course I will listen to that and applaud you. What else? I'm just going downhill from here, huh? Everyone says, like, use your resources. That's a big advice. I don't know what they're talking about. I mean, I guess there are definitely a lot of resources, and I do hear from people like, oh, use them. Okay. I haven't. So maybe do that. Like, maybe check that out and let me know how that is. I know there's, like, the pop-up pantry. There's, like, the wellness center, which actually their things look really fun, I think. There's obviously a lot going on that I just am not privy to because I am a homebody. Another thing I regret is not going to, like, any sporting events. Wait, I went to a baseball game. That was fun. But I guess the basketball games would probably be more fun. No offense to the baseball people, but I love a baseball game. Go UIC. But I'd always wanted to check out the basketball games, I guess. So I never did that. I guess I still could. You can always go, but no, I actually still don't feel like it. So it's like I regret it, but no, I'll go. TBD. I'll get back to you. Okay. Also, actually, more advice that I have. I like to dress up, which I think a lot of people do. But, like, yes, some days I will just wear my sweatpants and sweatshirt like today. But yeah, it's fun to dress up. Also, when you do have to start, like, working a business casual job, you realize I need to buy clothes. So maybe start, shopping at Banana Republic now. Don't do that. The thrift store is great for business casual. I don't think I bought anything new. So, I like Zara, I guess, but do we like Zara? Is that like, I like it, I suppose. Yeah, I mostly just thrift my stuff. Anyway, business casual. So fun. Get a nice button up. Button it up to the top. Wear some little slackies. Put on a. Actually, at my job, you can wear sneakers, but that just doesn't feel right. Some people just wear leggings. That also doesn't feel right. So, I don't know. I like to dress up, and I like to show up like that to class as well, if I can. Like, anything really goes in college, though. But it's nice. It makes you feel more confident sometimes. Yeah, that's advice. Drink water. That's advice. I really didn't know how... I mean, I talk all the time. I really do. I didn't know how long 30 minutes would feel. Okay. Things that I regret, maybe, but no regrets. What are things that I regret? No. I don't really have that. Okay, let's manifest for my future. That's really fun. Okay, I'm back. With the energy. Okay, my future. I really hope to first of all get a salary paying job. Don't get me wrong, I can like live off what I have now. No one worry for me. It's all right. But like I have a degree now, which is so crazy because nothing will have changed about me from like today until I walk across that stage. I'm so perfect, capable for a job. Well, I have a job. Anyway, it's not important. I just don't get it. Like, nothing has changed about me in the past semester. Okay, just because I was so ready to graduate so long ago, like as soon as I filled out my intent to graduate, I basically was like, what am I still doing at this school? But, had to get those last minute credits. Anyway, what was the... Right. No. Okay, yeah, let's hope I get a salary job, and then with that salary, maybe I get like a studio. I love having roommates though. Kind of. Well, like, no, I do. But like, the idea of being completely alone is appealing. But is it one of those things you only want because you don't have it? Like sometimes my roommates leave at the same time, and I get scared at night. Like the murderer. He's out there. So, keep your eye out. But my cats protect me, so don't even worry about that either. Yeah, studio, that would be fun. I also hope to like not have a twin bed forever. So, yeah. That's on the bucket list. Like maybe a full, maybe a queen, although that's like a lot of bed for me. So, we'll see. I've always had a twin my whole life. Is that bad? Probably, but I'm on the shorter side, so yeah. Anyway, I'm so petite and small. Manifesting. I want to get into law school. Duh. I don't really want to leave Chicago. I love Chicago. So, hopefully I go to law school here. And get a job here, and I'm just like a slay attorney, but I do want to like help the world and peace on earth. So I'll let you know if I sell my soul to like the corporate world, but I do have to get my money up to help the world. We'll see. Maybe I do a little bit of both. That's kind of how it is at my firm. I work at like a real estate firm. Wait, am I allowed to say that? Like that they're selling their souls, because they're not. It's just like corporate, and they do pro bono stuff, which is fun. Okay. Hopefully that's fun. Anyway, I don't think anyone understands me at my firm because the other day they were talking about Britney Spears and how she was crazy. Free Britney. And I said I wanted to be like her, and everyone was like really upset about that. And I was like, guys, you just don't understand my whimsy and free spirit. But maybe they're right. Like, maybe we take these things more seriously. I don't know. Yeah, that should probably get cut, huh? Anyway, other things manifesting for my future. Okay, so we graduate. Yeah. We get the job. Yeah, which I'm so super qualified for, and like and I'm gonna get it. And then we work and study for the LSAT, and then we get a 180 on the LSAT, like a perfect score. It's gonna be perfect, because of course. Then we go to law school for 3 years, and then we graduate. I do want to get a pair of Louboutins for my law school graduation. This is already on the bucket list. It didn't work out for my undergrad graduation. Also, I just will never justify that amount of money on shoes, but I would get them secondhand. Like, even if I was really rich, are there some things that you have a boundary on? Like, I don't know, I could definitely afford Charmin toilet paper, but it's against everything I stand for. Why would I get that when there is the off-brand? It's basically the same. And I think I'll always stand by this. And if this ever changes, please put me in my place. So that's kind of how I feel when I'm I love fashion. This is a $900 shoe. And then I'm oh, wait, that's not even that bad. It's just a month rent. More than it. And then it's okay, yeah, but reasonably one day I could probably afford it if I saved and was responsible about it. But it's do I even bring myself to be wearing a $900 shoe when people don't have a home? I don't know. I really hope to always keep this in mind, but I do love a Louboutin. It's my hobby. Anyway, keep it in mind. So then I graduate law school, and then I'm an attorney. And then everyone can call me for their attorney need. I don't know what kind of law I want to practice. Hopefully human rights vibes. But if I go corporate, I'm low-key I would be a great family lawyer, divorce lawyer. Everyone says it's really sad, but please, I could do that all day. Divorce people, they're probably better off. I really hope this never sees the light of day. Because, what if it's out there forever, and then I'm in court, and, ooh, the internet is forever. No one should give me a mic. Anyway, yeah, so basically that's my advice. Undergrad was amazing and awesome. I guess I was sad a lot of the time and anxious. That's normal, right? But now I'm happy. Not all the time. Slay lives still have unhappy moment. Right? Anyway, thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for not listening. That would be very helpful for me, and I hope that you learned something, and I hope we all manifest my future together. Yes. Big things are happening for me, for you, for us, for the world. Actually, the world, that's another reason I'm depressed. I don't want to go out there. I mean, it's already bad in here, but I don't want to be out there. Wait, no, that's not optimistic. Guys, it's bad out there. Duh. Anyway, thank you so much. Hopefully I was talking loud enough, and hopefully I didn't say anything too annoying, but I think actually all of it was annoying because you gave me a microphone. So what was going to happen? Research? Knowledge? No. Anyway, also sorry about the F-bomb. Hope you find that, and thank you for editing that out, please. Thanks. All right, I gotta go. Happy Sunday and happy life forever. Yes. Bye.